So, last time on Roll Over and Die, it's race day, and tensions are high. And with some last-minute shenanigans from the team, the Friendly Boys pinch the first place, and the Shin Weasel drowns, and Blaze Drop goes down in a blaze of glory. So that's over and done with. Ready to roll over and die.
We're friends now.
So creepy.
Yeah, that sounded really creepy.
Josh had a moth that he was looking after.
Oh yeah.
He smashed it, and then he started crying when he realised what he smashed.
Let it go.
It's on my hand. He lives here now. It's stuck in my hand. Oh, he's gone.
Beautiful. To the moth.
I killed him.
Our sweet baby boy.
My little friend, I killed him.
Why?
I'm sorry, little David. My little friend. David the Moth, you rest in peace right now.
I
Remember that. That's
I've still
probably
got the
one of the
t-shirt
last
with the mark
shows we
on
went
it.
to.
Still got the t-shirt with the mark on it.
Wow. Never forget.
Framed it.
So, after the presentation, where you're awarded your trophy, your gold, officially you get to keep the Sweaty Yeti, if you so wish. That's completely up to you. If you want to sink it to the bottom of the ocean, that's also completely fine. You are dragged, ushered, cajoled over towards a whole mess of tables where you get seated at the head table, much like a wedding, and there is a feast laid on for everybody. Drinks are provided. You don't have to pay for anything. A multitude of people come up to congratulate you, including Tusanuk and Friedentub, with their giant Yeti paws. They give you a meaty handshake before just drawing each one of you into a very scratchy but warm hug.
Why is it scratchy?
Because their fur is quite thick and coarse.
Oh.
It's a bit like being hugged by a sumo wrestler wearing
Brillo pads.
Brillo pads. Sure.
I know the feeling well.
Yeah, you know that feeling, like a bulb in a bush. Yeah, I was going to say like loft insulation, but I think Brillo pads also work. Yeah, and the party extends into the night where everybody's winding up the party. There's lots of music by the same bard bands that you had. There's a barbecue going on. There's fish and some kind of like mountain mammals that are being cooked. There's plenty of like wine and ale being sloshed around. The goblins will come over and just refill your mugs as and when you need them. If there's anything specific that you want to do, you can, obviously. Otherwise, I'll carry on. Good. It's sort of later into the night, way after the sun has gone down, and everything's being illuminated by like tiki torches, like shoved into the ice, and a big bonfire in the middle of where the race took place. There is a creature that comes up to one of you, and I'll roll randomly because why not? Start rolling dice is fun. So I'll do it alphabetically. 6. So that'd be Aya, Chad, Mike. So as you're enjoying or not enjoying the libations, a heavily cowled and hunched over figure sidles up to you when you don't happen to be in the conversation, and tries to get your attention.
How are they trying to get my attention?
By standing in your field of view. They look very shy. They're only about 5 foot tall.
5 foot tall?
Yeah, and they've got like a navy cowl, a shawl pulled over their face.
Can I see their face?
You can, and it looks beaked, like a bird.
Huzzah? Huzzah?
Ah.
Is that what you say?
No.
Oh.
I try and look past them, but they're standing in my way, and
Yeah.
I want to watch all the entertainment and watch everyone applause us even further because I like our applause. They're not doing anything, so I'm going to pour a drink and hand it to them and say, "I'm sorry, how rude of me. Please take a drink."
She kind of shies away a little bit when you push the drink towards her. And she goes around the table and closer to you so she can talk to you over the music. And she says, I have traveled here for the last nearly 10 day and a half looking for help. And then she starts coughing. It makes a very weird, like, cat hacking up a furball kind of noise.
Franco's sister.
Sounds like my owl.
Yeah. Looking for some help. There is my village. It's been plagued by a disease, and we are desperate for salvation.
Ugh.
This is a bird that is coughing like my bird.
Just push
Indeed.
Kenko to her.
We haven't got a lot of money. Please. She's making, I know you're miming like wiping some sputum off your face, but she's actually making sure that she's not physically close to you and that she's aiming her beak down towards the floor.
I pull up a pew and I put it not next to me, but enough of a, social distancing and all that. I put it near enough to me, and I put my cup of drink for her on the floor and say, "You look weary. Take a seat. Then you can tell me how you need help and if we can help you. But can you just take a seat, please?"
She reaches into the bag that she's got over her shoulder and pulls out a rolled scroll and throws it near you and just says the word please, and then keels over to one side into the snowdrift.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention, so I obviously pick up the scroll that she's just thrown and wave to my comrades, say, "Please, can you come help? This thing has just dropped, but she's given us something. Let's have a look."
So what is everyone doing at this particular time? So you're enjoying the party. Mike was kind of more watching the festivities, but there's plenty going on. There is ice dance, there's ice skating, there's the band going on, there's fire eating, and there's there is a, god damn it, what's it called? When you try and, limbo. There's an icicle stick and people are limboing underneath the icicle. Whole myriad of stuff. The arm wrestling things like kicked up again now. People are quite drunk.
I'm arm wrestling.
Sure, with or without the arm blades.
Definitely with.
Some extreme arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm just behind him, like giving him a bit of pep talk, but like massaging his lizard shoulders.
Okay, you're being
Butter.
the
Probably a bit
coach.
too softly. Just
At the same time, my tail is massaging Potter's back.
Okay,
I don't want to think about the
level
physicality
up.
of how that's
Right.
going behind
you,
him.
just I got a right little knot, just right. Oh, right there. Oh,
This is working out.
and I'm just whispering in his ear, "You've got this. You've totally got this. Look at your muscles," squeezing his arms. You got
Very
this.
sensual.
Oh, you
Well,
Didn't
did it.
realize you guys had advanced your relationship this much.
Well, we have.
This is a couple of,
Well, we have
couple of drinks in
Good to
yet.
know. No, it's
Oh, now
just-
we're a thing.
Well, no, we're just trying to play like the locals did. We went to go hang out with those Yetis, and they were dirty dancing on the ice. So we're just
They were married.
dirty arm wrestling.
The fan fiction around this.
I'm pretty confident that I would be the victor of any arm wrestling competition, so I'm going to move on and bring my sickly bird to the other sickly bird.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're going back. Like Mike's trying to get everybody's attention, and you see that, and so you're bringing over Kenko. What about Pip? How does Pip pass the time?
I was bathing myself in a bucket of water,
Mm.
just drinking a lot of alcohol, and just watching Parter and Chad, like trying to figure out what's going on there. Like,
Are
do I
you-
miss something?
Are you in like a little rubber ring
Then?
in the geyser,
Yeah,
like with a cocktail, with a fancy like, straw coming out of it, and an umbrella?
Are you with DJ Inky?
Yeah, every now and then he'll just like shoot me up into the air.
Yeah, and
But
you're just like casting an eye, a
yeah,
watchful eye over towards the arm wrestling.
when I see Mike call our attention, I just give Par and Chad one more glance, and I'm like, and I go to Mike.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull like the rubber ring up around your waist, kind of like
I'm
with
also
still cocktail in hand. Oh, you got flippers on there as well.
even though I've got webbed feet. I'm
Yeah.
wearing flippers.
So just that one further echelon off. So like humans make their feet look like your feet, but your feet now look like giant.
No, I've just got
Surfboards.
human feet on.
Wouldn't that just be a sock for a frog? If you got webbed feet, they're
Human
basically
sock.
slippers anyway.
No,
Yeah.
it's making it longer.
Yeah, but one like it's the next level on from that.
Clown feet.
But like 5 clown feet stitched together.
Oh.
So you got that
Makes it
fan
more
effect.
cool.
Imagine that. Okay, I guess if you're going to be competing in the arm wrestling, we do need to honour that. So you
Alright.
up against a Goliath called Transic.
Called what now?
Transic.
Transit.
All right.
And his, I mean, you're a big guy, but Goliaths are
Thanks, Tim.
half giants. So there is a little bit of a disparity between the forearm length, but it's a multiracial competition. And so if like a goblin was to go up against a human, they do employ like a tiered system. So it's fair across the board. So there's a little bit of a platform that you can like pop your elbow on so the hand's at the right level. So I want you to, I'm going to say actually Parter is assisting you with his wet noodle massage. So I'd like you to, part of me did want you to roll with disadvantage, but I think I will be nice and say you can roll with advantage.
That's okay, because my athletics are already with advantage if I'm rolling for athletics. Or is this
You
just
are.
strength? Ooh, how about that?
How about that? So he, okay, yeah.
Oops. Okay, hold on. I gotta do slash. I already forgot it. Sorry, Tim.
Oh,
slash
/ roll.
rolling. Oh,
space.
roll. That's what it is. I did
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah, that'll be the one. / roll. Or you can just hit up on your thing.
No, that's all right. I gotta with athletics.
Yes, add that to it.
24.
Okay, and I'll roll mine in here as well. Not a d6. There you go. Easy money. The dwarf that's seems to be running the arm wrestling tables counts you down 3, 2, 1, go, and then you just slam the guy's hand down like with no problem at all, and cheers go up.
People
have
Potter
been
loosened
betting,
me up.
yeah, people have been betting around you. You almost stab the dwarf as you slam the hand down because the arm blade's still on. Whistles through the air, and it's about that point that you see like, as you get up and you enjoy the adulation of the crowd. That you see the rest. You see Pip, Kenko, and Aya moving over towards Mike, and Mike's kind of like giving you a big wave, beckoning you all over.
I feel like we should go over instead of just arm wrestling for the rest of the episode, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Up to you.
All right. I think we've proved our point.
We have proved our point.
Chad's rad.
It's bad.
Chad's rad.
as Chad, as you wander back over, you feel something between your legs, and
Oh,
before you
sorry.
know it, you.
Guilty?
And then you feel something else between your legs, as a dwarf kind of runs up behind you, shoves his head between your legs, and then just pulls you up onto his shoulders, starts carrying you over. And there are a bunch of other dwarfs and Goliaths around you with mugs of ale, celebrating your prowess, your feats of strength.
Can a dwarf pick him up?
Yeah, oh yeah, dwarves are very sturdy. Traditionally speaking, quite hearty fellows.
Impressive.
I mean,
strong.
you've only got yourself like another 2 inches of elevation. They are quite like what you've lost with like having to bend your knees and legs. You've gained only about a couple of inches, but the thought was there.
You're a
to,
king, Chad. You're a king.
to the crow and bring my lanky friend with me.
Oh, such a nice way of describing me.
Yeah. Not by name or the other number of
That's all right.
friendly boys or
We're only a few weeks into this whole
very
campaign.
powerful
Yeah.
druid.
Eh,
Fine.
it's all right.
Yeah, a lanky friend. Yeah. So eventually, in dribs and drabs, you all get to back to Mike. Over to you, Mike.
I started joining in with the crowd and applauding him,
This
and
is
then
great.
realised
Immediately forgotten what you're doing. So when Aya and Pip turn up, Mike's just clapping and like beckoning people over.
I picked up the scroll, right?
At Mike's, yeah. So in your hand, you just like you're doing that awkward thing where you've got a drink in one hand, just slapping your own wrist, or back to back. But at Mike's feet, there is presumably a corpse.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's why we're here. There's something happened. Something happened to her. I offered her a drink. She didn't take it, and I don't know what's wrong with her.
Have you been killing people again?
Not today.
Well, that's not true.
Not in
There's a race happened today.
not in the last 5 minutes. But so this thing, Aya, she looks like your friend here. She's like coughing verbals and sounded like she was saying she gave me this scroll and said her village need help, and I offered her a drink. I was so nice. I offered her a seat and she decided to keel over. Can someone help to see if she's alive? But don't touch her in case she's diseased. She said her village needs help. There's a disease and there's a scroll. I think we should read it.
Yeah, let me read the scroll, but Pa, you're good at medicine, right?
Yeah. Can I tell if she's dead or alive?
Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Ooh.
Don't go too near her.
Boo-boo.
Oh, 4 plus -1, 3.
3.
Great.
True parter.
She could be asleep, unconscious. She could be barely breathing. She could be alive. She could be dead. Not entirely sure.
Good to know.
I don't know really. Bit of everything in there. I'm gonna. Oh, if only I had that bottle that I left with that dire wolf out in the cold. Shit.
Can I read the scroll?
Yeah, as you unfurl the scroll, it has a crudely drawn map upon it. The map seems to start around this area, as best you can tell. You're not particularly familiar with the terrain, but the mountain line seems to marry up. And then there is a dotted line that takes a passage through the mountains with a big X. And where the X is, it's labelled with Graves End. No, not Graves End. Graves Perch. Sorry.
Graves Perch. Can I tell? I mean, in real life, out of character, I'm not great with anything with like numbers or I can't even think of the word when you're orienteering.
Oh yeah.
Can I tell how far this destination is compared to where we are?
Why don't you also roll an investigation check for me, please?
When we
Just-
could do
Or-
our
just while-
ranger.
Sorry, survival. Actually, roll a survival check.
While
We
you're
could-
doing that, I'm really sorry. I just before this, if maybe not dead already, maybe dead already creature dies. I
Uh-huh.
have left a restoration. Could I try that?
Yeah, you can try whatever you want.
And
Um,
what before she does that, I've literally just been staring at her that whole time, and just like, and then I turn around to her. I haven't seen a breath, so I think she may be dead, but I'm not sure.
She could be sleeping.
So first of
Okay.
all, as A is doing some medical assistance, at the same time, Mike has unfurled the scroll, taking a quick look at it. You estimate it's probably going to take you about a 10-day to get that far if all of the crude landmarks line up. You say if this peak is this far on this map and this X is this far away from where we are, I reckon that's about 10 days worth of travel.
I'm really sorry, Tim, but it froze just as you were saying all this.
Okay, so looking at the crude kind of map, if all of the peaks, the rough like illustrated peaks match up and the scale is roughly correct, you think that peak to peak, line to line where the X ends, roughly about a 10-day, a D&D week, which is about 10 days. Parter? Is he frozen? Parter's frozen. Okay.
Is that,
Just
is
with
that
his hand
genuinely
up,
frozen?
yeah, it's genuinely frozen, which is highly amusing.
It is.
So in that respect, we'll go to Aya with your lesser
Yeah.
restoration.
Yeah, I'd like to do that and also throw a couple of lay on hand pool as well.
Are you going to touch her?
I have to for both. It's
Oh, you have
for
to for
less
both.
restoration. It says you touch a creature and it can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
Okay. Interesting. You were looking at body. Parter,
Mountains.
you had something. You put your hand up.
Yeah, I was
For
just
a
gonna say.
reason.
I was just gonna say, out of character,
Uh-huh.
should we get our ranger Grung to have a look at the map? Because surely she'd be able to know how far everything is.
Sure. So you first things first. I need Aya, because you've now tried to cast Lesser Restoration. Can you do a Constitution saving throw for me, please? You can add
I
your aura bullshit to it.
Hey,
I mean, you have awesome
all that
aura
fancy stuff.
things that you have.
roll 1d20. Okay, 17
Yep.
plus 6. No, yeah, plus 6 plus 5.
Yeah, plus 11, so that's 28. Yeah, I think you're all right. I think you're fine. So with the 28, you don't contract the disease. You do succeed on your lesser restoration, and you know something a bit about the disease as well. The disease seems to be some kind of magically afflicted disease. So it's not a regular contracted disease like the plague, for example, but it is a wasting disease that has been cursed upon this particular creature. So with lesser restoration, does it give you any hit points, or does it cure?
No, but
And then you'll put in some lay on hands.
Yeah.
How many?
I will put 5 of my lay on hands.
Okay. The creature, as you put your hands delicately on its side, cure it of its disease, and then you can feel it start breathing again. It slowly opens up one black orbular eye.
Oh, she is alive.
Yeah.
She's all right.
I would like Kenko to nuzzle her as well, whether or not that will help.
Can I throw the water? Can I throw the drink that
No,
Mike's given me?
no. I haven't given it to you. I'm holding it.
I'm trying to wrest it out of her hand.
I mean, there's plenty of drinks all over the tables. Think of it like a wedding, where people just put down drinks and then wander off.
Wedding.
So there's, it's similar to that, but a party. And it's not Parter and Chad's wedding.
Oh, that's
Yes.
episode 54.
100% is better. I can marry you. I have ceremony.
I forget all the best.
Would your couple
100th
names be?
episode spectacular.
Yeah.
Okay, Scraps,
It's
ignore
coming.
this.
It's coming.
Ignore this ill bird. Let's wedding.
Okay, ignore the plot, but do the wedding. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, Tim.
Mazel tov, everyone.
I mean, you could merge. I'm just sorry, no.
Charter or pad.
I was gonna say
Got
charter's
it.
pad. Charter's pad.
Charter's pad.
You mean our honeymoon suite?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Charter to the pad.
The bed would rotate.
When this pads are rocking, don't come a knocking.
Shad's pad again.
You wouldn't be allowed in anyway because we wouldn't invite you in.
When I do marry you, you would get +2 to your AC for 7 days when you're in 30 feet of each other.
This
That
may come in
traditional
handy at
marital
some
bond
point.
of being tougher to hit
AC.
by a sword.
I'll do the catering. Oh my god.
That was the only thing on our registry was AC. Thank you.
Yeah. Richard John Lewis and buy a smart.
I mean, I've only got an AC 12, so no, I could probably do with those extra.
That's
Yeah,
why
we
we
did.
did
Only
a
for
prenup.
7 days, though, yeah. And then you only can benefit from it again if you're widowed.
Chad, did you say you got like a AC prenup?
That's why I said that's why we
So,
did a
like,
prenup.
If partner like divorces you, you get all of the AC.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I could do that because I could literally just drain him of any life.
Okay, anyway.
All right, well,
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, slow it down real quick.
Well, we've gone from like all sweetness and light, let's get married, to I'm going to kill him.
On the
Um,
brain of life.
Pip,
As
can you
all
do a
marriages
survival
do.
check?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank goodness.
I think the sun yesterday really affected me.
So Pip, you
No,
plus
this
that to
is
your
you.
survival, which I think is +8, so that's a healthy 19. Yeah, you kind of you confirm what Mike assumes there's to be around about a 10-day hike
Okay.
from where you are now to where the X is.
Do I figure out like what kind of terrain it is?
It looks like it goes over and around the mountains.
Okay.
So it looks like very much a mountain pass kind of scenario.
And does it look like there's any markings of like towns or communities along the way?
No, it looks like it is following some kind of path, but it doesn't bother to denote any specific settlements. It looks very much like this map was created specifically to get whomever was here back to the village, and it's been created specifically for that purpose. Probably on the travel from wherever this village is to here. It doesn't look very old at all. The parchment itself is relatively old, but the ink looks fresh. So you can assume that this was made specifically for whomever she was looking for.
Okay. Does it look? Are there words on it, or is it just drawings?
Only words are Graves Perch, which
And
seems
does it look like they're quite like neat, or does it look like it's someone that's kind of illiterate that's written it?
it looks it's not calligraphic, so it's not very fancy, but it does. Yeah, it looks like perhaps it was written by someone whose like first language was not common.
Okay.
So it's quite scratchy.
Okay. I'm going to report that back to everyone.
Cool. And as you do that, the creature on the floor takes an inhale of breath and starts to try to sit up.
Can we? I want to help her up.
Yeah, you can help her up. She wraps an arm and a wing around your shoulders. She's very, very light. Like you're looking at like 60, 70 pounds max, and about 5 feet tall. As she wraps her wing around you, she looks like a sparrow.
Oh.
Like her facial features, the colours of her feathers. She's got that quite sort of rounded, short-necked head, big yellow eyes.
Do we know if she's an aarakocra?
Yeah, you definitely would know that she's an aarakocra.
Are you okay? I feel like you almost just died there.
I think I did.
I'm glad you're back. You said your village needed help. How can you tell me more? What happened?
We're all dying of a disease.
I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but it's not like you've caught a disease. Someone's cursed you. I don't know if you know that already.
She looks between Aya and Mike. I know. we just assumed it was spread by death and the bodies and the rot. Didn't know it was magical or had been cursed.
It's
Well,
not
it looks
natural
like the
anyway.
same illness as Kenko. Don't you think, here?
Yeah, if Kenko wasn't a subject of my imagination that we just rolled badly for, I would think it had something to do with it, but
But merely coincidence. As
very coincidental.
as Kenko just layers its very weak neck over your shoulder, so its head just lolls down over the front of your armor, kind of looks up at you with its.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're not cursed, you're just broken.
Kenko just slithers off you, lays down in the snow,
Do you know?
starts wheezing heavily.
Wish I could cure you.
Do you know who or what would have done something like this to your village?
No, but it did coincide with the arrival of a group of adventurers, not too dissimilar to you. They call themselves the Steel Brawler Sirens.
Not
You
quite the
are
Blackmire
fine.
bastards, is it?
All the friendly
Bastard.
boys.
Bastards!
Bastards!
You bastards!
Did they seem friendly towards you, or did they seem like they have a massive secret grudge?
Wow,
Friendly boys?
if it was a
Wait.
massive secret grudge, I guess I wouldn't know. No, but they came here looking to liberate us, and they were happy. Came here, asked us if there was anything we needed doing, if there was any vanquishing needed, any caverns nearby that needed raiding, any goblins that were causing us trouble, that kind of stuff. You know, typical adventurer things.
And
What
you
would
said,
Sorry?
what was your answer to them? What did you say to them?
Oh, we had a couple of things. You know, there were some kobolds causing mischief further up into the mountains. There was like a haunted windmill nearby that needed taking care of. You know, the usual.
Usual.
What were they when you said they offered to liberate you? Do you mean just from your everyday problems? Or
Yeah, our
something?
everyday peasant woes.
Did you say that there was a windmill, or they were asking if there was a windmill?
There was a windmill, and they took the job and went over there, did whatever they needed to do, came back with the ectoplasm. Our mayor paid them what little money that we had. Again, you know, the usual. Kind of have to deal with this every couple of years. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Are these not the friendly boys still around, or not?
I think they've set up camp in a cave nearby.
Sounds like they're imposters. Seems like they're faking us and doing a bad job of it.
Yeah. When you said that your village needed help,
Hmm.
are you specifically talking about this disease?
No, this came around a couple of days after they turned up.
What, but as in, when you said my village needs help,
Hmm.
help with what? Them? Or
The disease.
I'm
How
not
many?
sure we.
Well, when I left, about half the people were infected.
Are they coming back to life?
I don't have that many spell slots.
No, they were just
Once,
they were rotting really quickly.
are you sure they're not coming back to life? Because we've seen something like this.
Well, we've been burning the
It's not
bodies.
very nice. Okay, all right.
You know what it does remind me of though is the mushroom.
Oh god,
Mushroom
yeah, all
Queen?
that time ago.
That was like a
Is that what-
poison disease.
Yeah.
They were
I
like,
forgot
yellow-
that was this campaign.
No, it's true. Just not in terms of I don't think it's the same thing, but you know how like there was a presence in that village and everyone started getting sick. It's the same like pattern, isn't it?
As long
There's
as there's
just-
not
she's just
possessed
not as-
people.
Yeah, she's not a zombie, so
No.
we got that going for us.
I think we should go, check it out, have a little look around. Maybe not knock on the door of people that are little, because it didn't come out well for me then. Um,
Do you think before we go we should check the cave with the fake friendly boys?
I was about to say that. I think should go find them. I've gone really farmer on this episode. What do you think
Found
we
your
should go?
accent again.
Yeah, I think I found it again. I think we should go find them. I think we should maybe sort out our little spaceship. Get there a bit quicker.
Can we ask our friend their name before we go any further?
Oh, of
We
course.
never asked their
That
name,
would
do
be
we?
great. Let's do some introductions.
Yep. She says, yes, of course. My name is D.
Why do you sound like dial-up?
That's my name in aarakocra.
Sorry, it's so mean to other people.
Well, my name's Pater. That there's Pip, quiet one over there. Don't let her size fool you. She's an absolute beast. And that one over there in the armor, the one that's quiet and whispering all the time, she's Aya, and that's Chad with the muscles. It's my husband. You keep your eyes off him. I know you're not my husband yet, but you will be. And that's Mike.
Escalated real quick.
So that's us. We're the friendly boys. At my back, the originals.
Do you have imposters?
Wait, it sounds like these guys are the impossibles. Imposters.
Impossible.
It's impossible they're the imposters.
I mean, they didn't. I mean, this might sound insensitive, but they didn't look like you.
What did you?
What they look like.
There
What kind
was
of creatures are they?
a tabaxi.
The taxi.
Tabaxi.
Oh, right.
There was a dwarf, a minotaur, a half orc, and a half elf.
So they were mismatched like us.
I mean, again, standard adventuring party, really.
I thought we were the only one.
We
Did
didn't.
it- This is true. We'll kill all our rivals. But did it happen like? Did you start to get the disease literally as they entered? Did it begin and then grow, or
It's about
was it
two-
after?
It's about 2 days afterwards, after they came to our village. They sorted out the kobolds the first day. They went to the windmill the second day, and then on the third day, that was the first known case.
With
So the kobolds and the windmill.
with my knowledge of like nature and everything else like that, is there anything that I can detect or recognize? Or is this magic?
Yeah, I mean,
based?
you can ask her symptoms of it, and then roll a nature check based off of her description. Sure.
All right.
Actually, no, roll a medicine check. That would be more applicable.
My dear dial-up lady, could you just go through a few of
Deep.
your? That's one. Could you go through a few of your symptoms? What makes you? What happened when you picked up whatever it says?
Yeah, so usually the extremities, and then more often than not, it's the arms, started going black, developing necrosis, and then dying. So you'd start losing the ability to move your arms, and it would then very rapidly spread to either the chest or the head, and it would just kill you outright.
How do we know that we're not going to get the disease if we go there?
Oh no, if you touch someone, you will definitely get the disease.
All right. Yeah.
I look at Mike, who just touched her.
It's who?
I had cured her after she touched her.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I have any spells that can test who's got it.
I'm just whilst they're asking all of these questions, I'm just there, just looking at her like I know exactly what it is, and it's like,
Just
yeah,
CSIing it.
Yeah.
You've got some.
Uh-huh.
You've produced some sunglasses from somewhere.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you've got them on top
pacing.
of your head, and then you're just kneeling down in the snow next to her, and just not paying attention to what she's saying, and just but nodding. And
and then I just go, nope, no idea. So I rolled a 2.
you use
Well,
a
5 total.
yeah. Use a pencil that you had on you, just to pick up like a wrapper that was probably used to enclose a burger. Start looking at it like it was a piece of evidence.
Yep. Nope. No idea. Never heard of it. Sorry.
I have detect poison disease.
Mhm.
It'll take me 10 minutes to cast, but I can tell in 30 feet if anyone has a disease. I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
could.
use
Yeah.
that.
Although I'm going to save you that by saying that, first of all, you've cured her, so you won't be able to detect her, and you know that you've resisted that disease, so it hasn't passed on to you. So you'd
Okay.
intrinsically know with that 28 roll that you did that it hasn't passed over to you and that you've cured her completely. So if you were to
Okay.
cast that, unless one of the other 4 happened to have some kind of other STD, some other disease,
Slipped out.
I revealed my hands too soon.
I'm glad I was already shaking my head no when you said that.
Okay, I
Some
won't
kind
make
of-
anyone go through
Some
that
disease,
test. Just
ST or otherwise.
your STDs are your own. But it's good to know that I can do that once we get close to the village, or like on those 5
Yeah.
friendly boys.
Yeah, it's true.
So we all want to go help.
I think
I
we
always
need to
wanna
make
help.
sure that we're stocked up though, because it's 10 days trek.
I think the cave was nearer though, right?
The what,
Well,
sorry?
the underground goblin.
Are we going there first?
I don't mind.
Oh, sorry. Which cave are you talking about? Where all the goblins came from?
Where the friendly
the
boys are
dwarves.
set, because she said they were nearby. They were in a cave nearby.
Oh, they were quite close to the settlement.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
They hadn't like set up shop. There's not many facilities in the aarakocra village, in Graves Perch, but they seem to have set up in a cave, like a natural cave nearby, like within maybe like a 30-minute walk.
Then yeah.
Stock up on food, drink.
Okay.
Our
Fortunately,
winnings.
there's lots of food to be had. You can probably just scoop a bunch of leftovers in the morning as well. The other fortunate thing as well, you're in an icy tundra, plenty of ice around. You can preserve that perishable meat quite well for a journey.
There's no way that we can bring DJ Inky with us, is there?
No.
That's bad. 8 hours upside down.
If we really want to keep him, we can.
I'd say let's let. Well, no, actually, he doesn't want to live here. He can live there, but he wants to live in the springs.
Yes, in the mountain springs.
Oh,
We're
Do we
going
know-
there.
if I look at the map, can I see if there's any like springs marked on the map?
Yeah, so there's no real landmarks or anything like that produced. It's a very, very rudimentary, like here's a big mountain, next to it is a slightly smaller mountain, and so on. And then the path that kind of follows, like weaves in between. It gives not a lot of direction on there, so it'd be difficult to ascertain using this specific map. However, I have to go back to her name. Dee is now alive and has traversed these, so maybe she could tell you.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her if there's any nice looking springs that DJ Inky could live in.
So, yeah, if the dwarves and the goblins live further underground, they would be closer to the natural springs underneath the mountains. They
So you
could
have to
probably
ask-
take care of your DJ Inky.
Could you mark on a map where that would be?
She's the, I think, the closest goblin facility is immediately to your east. That's where the majority of the event organizers from here hail from. It is called, I'll put it down there somewhere. The goblins. It's called Deep Crack. All right, whatever.
You're just doing this on purpose now.
No. Well,
Oh, deep cracked him.
yes,
Crack-
but they're goblins. They're very literal.
Is she trying to hint that we can't take DJ Inky and that we should pawn DJ Inky off?
He's
to
not.
the-
No, she's not
him.
hinting that. You just asked her where are the closest mountain springs, and she's told you.
We can't sell him.
No,
No, as in like, they will know somewhere closer. Like they can help more.
we need to drop DJ Inky off in a mountain spring, either now or, well, if we don't do it now, then we're definitely going to forget about him.
Yeah, if we don't do it right this
It's going
second.
to be dried up squid.
And there'll be a flashback in 20
Yeah.
episodes' time to like DJ Inky just frozen on a tundra somewhere.
Someone's going to leave a comment saying, "Where's DJ Inky?"
Well, it's going to be like it'll be like Godzilla King of Monsters, wasn't it? Where they're getting him, and rather than like multi heads, it's going to be multi limbs.
Oh yeah,
Frozen.
instead of King Ghidorah. King
Yeah.
Ghidorah.
We just have to fight a gigantic DJ Yankee that we created on accident.
Yep. See Craig all over
Sounds
again.
like a
Whoops. Yeah, let's not do that. I think we should go. I mean, I think we have to because Tim is telling us to go save this town. But also, let's not forget
Tim's not
about
telling you
DJ
this.
Yankee.
Deeb is telling you this. You have plenty of other missions you need to complete in your ledger.
I mean,
You've got the undead horde problem that you have. You're also going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know
exactly.
we're not strong enough for the undead horde, right?
You also wanted to
actually,
go and see the Goliath twins that rule the
Oh,
Shatter
yeah.
Mounts.
Can,
That was
can
your
you,
other question. you had.
can you run through everything that we should be doing right now? Because it
No.
feels like
Murderer, remember?
I'm just
we did
giving
that.
you
I almost got him.
I'm gonna get Iris out and say, Iris, can you put into the ledger that we have to save the world from an undead horde, find a
Entered.
hot spring for our pet squid,
Entered.
help the diseased bird village.
I'm not going to do it every time, so you can go.
I'm waiting for it.
I like that we're now
to stop
using Iris
working.
properly.
Well, we just found out she could do that.
Can we
Didn't
can
know
we
she'd
get
allowed
Iris added to the overlay so that when we're
Yeah.
pre-recording
Yeah.
a new episode, we've got
Yeah.
just reminders of what we need to do.
Just an amorphous
You want,
grey
like,
marble
notes.
blob in the corner.
We
World
treat
is
it like a
ticking
magic
down.
8 ball where we just shake it up and whatever
Yeah.
just appears at the top is what we go after that episode.
We
Mhm.
still don't know what's
Um,
going to happen when the time runs out.
We got
Yeah, also
ages
save the
yet.
world from the countdown. Check up on
You
the
can set
pirate
you can
lady.
set if you want to. You
I've got the
can
wall
set.
plan in my bedroom back at the
Yeah, you do.
swamp.
You can set a 335-day countdown if you want to.
I still need to go
Yeah.
back to work.
We
I have
lost.
it on my arm. Why would I set a countdown?
You
Can't
haven't used
remember
your
to
arm
look
for a
at my
long
own
time.
arm.
Yeah, we haven't acknowledged it in a couple of days. We
We should still go back to the house that we robbed. Didn't rob,
Yep,
but we found a
and-
secret room.
Cure the dogs.
Yeah, but no, but we need somebody with a
Entered.
high-level polymorph.
So that's another one.
No,
Find
got
someone
high
with a
level.
high-level polymorph.
Yeah, have you got high-level polymorph now?
Poor Napna. Just still waiting.
Yeah, get
hang on.
Napnar his rock
not
back
poor
from the
Napnar,
pirate
he's got-
lady that we let just wander off because she wasted all the rocks.
Entered.
It's not poor
We're
Napnar though,
doing-
just
we're
going back
doing
on that
very
point.
good,
He's got
Nathan.
5 dogs running around him.
He's probably,
Hi.
The
missing.
pooch pals.
pirates.
You just say pirates.
Just pirates.
Entered.
Pirates love Chad.
Pirates love Chad. Entered.
Chad needs to get a present for the. Yeah.
We've got to go back. Yeah, we've got to go back to Ver and show her that's why you reacted so weirdly to her.
Yeah,
And tell
'cause
him.
I was getting her a
Tell,
present.
tell her that you're now married to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to accept it.
What about
Unless she wants to join us.
Fagin?
Yep.
Counts
I don't know
Rarian.
what we were supposed to do with
Contrarian, yeah.
Rarian.
What about your French, whatever her name is, the
Oh yeah, the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
mayor.
This episode
Oh,
is
we said we'd help her.
I feel like
Easy
that.
once I start reminding you guys of what you got to do. Oh yeah.
Find people to pay to go help the mayor. It's a massive
Yep.
problem
That you took the
that
money
we
for.
took the money for.
yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, but then let's be honest. Everything went downhill the minute that we met Bertie and Kate.
Did it?
Yes.
And Pip
Did it?
disappeared.
Because you left Blackmire to go and get the money to repair Blackmire because of all the destruction.
Oh, and
That was
also,
way before Bertie.
also
Kate.
Pip's adventure
It's
with
been a
Madame
month.
Elsbeth. Remember Madame Elsbeth?
I
No.
don't think any of you even asked
Re-
what happened.
Professor Spine died.
We
There's a
didn't
whole
have
UMA conspiracy that's
Unravel
happening on.
conspiracy. Did
Got to get
Siri
back
get all
there though.
that?
Tim, let's be honest. You're the one that transported us here.
No one asked about when, I almost died and got reprised, whatever, by the sex god Ewan.
Yeah.
So you
sex
won
god.
your patron. Your deity
Still haven't
patron.
worked out what these stars are on us.
True.
Yep, and the mushroom god woman. We just walked away from the
Right.
thing.
On the plus side, this whole diseased crow village just sounds less appealing than everything else. Like
We've got a long
everything
list
else
of
sounds pretty
I'm
fun.
gonna be honest. We're really bad.
We're really
D&D
bad at
players.
this game. Yeah.
I love that it's like, oh, Tim definitely wants us to go to this Crow Village. 30 minutes of recap later.
Yeah.
But if they say that's just like a okay, we can't help you. We've got
Right.
nothing to do. Bye.
I've got a great idea. I'm going to roll a d20. If it's odd, we
That's
go
probably
there.
I don't think D20 is like high enough for all the things you have to do.
D100?
Yeah, probably D100.
All right. I think we should do that anyway
Oh,
What?
because we can't. We're incapable of making our own decisions. So we
What,
can
we
go.
list out
odd-
20 things that we could do and roll a d20?
No, I'm going to say odds we go to this village.
I mean, we did just do that, so.
Odds we go to the village, and then evens we can then pick one or the other.
You could just toss a
That's a
coin.
d2.
For the record, did Siri record all of that? I mean, I know you
Yeah,
haven't, but
she
like,
did.
if at any point we say, "Hey,
Iris recorded it.
sorry, Iris, what should we do?" If ever we're like, "Well, what do you guys want to do?" I don't know. What do you want to do? Can we just have Iris decide our fate?
Can we set Iris to shuffle?
Just
And
say-
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, let's ask Iris what should we do right now.
Or just get Iris to do like a Cortana morning update where it's like,
Yeah.
You have a meeting
all your
with the
unfinished
Crow people at 9 a.m.
yes, that's what I want.
Yeah, Tim, not to change it too much, but like, could that be the intro to our episodes?
Iris, yes.
That's an
sure.
Iris intro.
Yeah.
Today you have to-do list.
Yeah.
It's like
Uh,
Animal Crossing when you don't know what to do. You can go and ask
oh my
Tom,
god.
hey, what should I do? And he's like, hey, why don't you want to extend or expand your house?
Yeah, we need Tom. Let's get him into the campaign.
Why don't you get an annex for DJ Enki's hot tub?
That would be.
He had an
really
annex. We just need somebody that can do another Chad's pad.
Do you want to know something that I found really random in my equipment?
Why don't you go and earn money being ice racers across the tundra?
Yeah,
Done that.
done.
We've ticked
Sold.
that task off.
Oh yeah.
Take that off. Yeah, that would be
So-
really satisfying if you could
Yeah.
also say which ones we have completed.
None of them.
sorry, Annie. What random thing did you have in your inventory?
I only came across this last week, but I have a folding boat.
You do have a folding boat, a magical
yeah.
folding boat that can be different sizes. depending
Big
on the
enough to
needs.
hold DJ Inky?
I think we discussed it before, and it wasn't suitable. I mean, it could hold him, but it'd be very difficult to like move
If you make him
Jinky
smaller,
around, unless you found a big body of water. But that's kind of the problem. It's finding a big body of water for him.
Annie, do you
or
remember
Chad
how?
could just polymorph him.
Well, no, I'm saving that for the dogs.
Can you only do it once?
I don't remember.
You do it equal to the amount of spell slots you have per day.
So
Then no, I could do it multiple times.
But you don't. You have polymorph, but you don't have true polymorph. It only lasts for a certain amount of hours.
Oh, yeah,
so you
we-
could turn them back, but then after like I think 8 hours, they would turn back.
Didn't we
to
talk about the
dogs.
witch being able to do it potentially?
Yes, the mold mother. Oh yeah, that's another one of your.
Mold mother, that's what it was. It wasn't the fungus queen.
Oh, so
No, that's a different one.
you're thinking about
yeah, it was a different one.
Zuktamoy
Yeah,
and
Zuktamoy.
yeah, the mold mother.
Yeah.
There's a woman that you
Oh.
leave out a skeleton of a deer, and she comes to the woods and she might curse you.
Correct.
is there
There's
still,
also-
crocodile that
is there
might eat you.
still a purple and pink neon-coloured pirate boat somewhere?
No, that was Camera pulling it. But there is that young child that was seen outside of Keld, that had gone missing like years earlier, and then she was spotted outside of Keld, which you never bothered with either.
You know what I just realized? The reason we haven't finished any of these side quests is because the one that we did, they didn't thank us. And so we spent an entire episode getting angry at them not thanking us, and I'm pretty sure that's had an impact on us with every side quest since. Because
That
Yeah.
was
what's the
about
point of doing
session
it if they don't
30.
fucking care about it.
Yeah, but it
that's
was
so
one of the
true.
first side quests we picked up, and we
Yeah.
spent ages, and we found her in the church, and we brought her all the way back, and she still
And
didn't
didn't
thank us.
fucking care. Yeah, this is not on us. So
But her
good
husband
job, guys. Good
did.
episode.
and the kids did, and they let you stay in their home and cooked you a meal. But she
I mean-
was,
She was rude.
yeah, she was rude.
If I don't remember it, it didn't happen.
Fair enough. That's fair.
So let's have Iris roll the dice for us. Where are we going, Iris?
Do you want her to decide?
Yeah.
Pick 20 of the things we just
All right.
listed off.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, I will. I definitely will. Hold on, let me bring up my.
But no matter what Iris picks, we do have to free DJ Inky first.
Yeah. We have to
Remember
see
that
Jakey.
Tim's been trying to kill us all off just to end this because he's so embarrassed to be playing D&D with us now because we just are so bad at
That's not
playing it. He's going to pick the hardest part of our campaign that we haven't done.
I just really like how indignantly Tim just said, "Yeah, well, you know what? I'll do that."
Fine, I'll take this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play everybody now.
Fuck it, I'll play the whole game.
51 episodes later, he is
I'll
showing
be every
cracks.
character.
He's showing deep cracks.
Sorry, Tim. We love you.
You should find the killer of Thaddeus in the UMA.
Which one's
idea.
Thaddeus? Yeah. Oh, the
do that.
lecturer. Okay.
Boogie.
We're so
I
far
think
away.
we should go back to where we all were. 'cause
So
we
far
went
away.
Tits up.
We get there.
How do we even get there?
We don't know where we are.
We ended up on a ship and then it
I
just
was-
transported again. Now
You
we're
are 1,036 miles from the UMA.
Iris,
Um,
how long is that in days?
At normal travel speeds, you can travel 12 miles a day.
Iris,
Iris,
how
Iris, can you
quick?
do the math?
Iris, how quick
If-
could we build our ship to be?
Which ship are you
Oh,
referring to?
Our special winged friend,
28.
Sweaty A.
The Sweaty Yeti can travel for 24 seconds under its own power. Then
Right,
it would
but-
need to be reset.
If
We didn't put an engine in it.
if have we got any Starbucks?
I think
Yeah.
That's up to you. I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
We
do.
do.
Can
It's-
we
it's a-
please try to reenact something that the Starbucks react with as the
It's a
engine?
kinetic engine.
At normal
We can change
speed,
it around.
it will take you 86.333 reoccurring days to get back to Sutton Shore.
Iris, how long have we been playing this for?
I was activated. Oh god damn it!
we not
One
put an
second. Magical items.
Chad's walked off.
I
Done.
was activated on. Oh right, hold on. I need to get the session. It was on session 39, and that day was. I was activated 3 days ago.
What?
Episode 39 was 3 days ago.
Yeah, Krusty the Machine.
How is
Episode 30.
time?
Yeah, so you got you got Iris on.
Right
episode
then, I
39.
don't think we'll be taking our little spaceship friend.
Can we not put an engine in it?
get so little done.
Yeah, you could potentially put an engine into it. Yes.
Could we potentially do like a special Starbucks fueled one that
Yeah.
is extra fast at traveling?
Yeah, sure. You could.
Iris, can you help us tell us what to do to build a fantastic engine thing? car?
Iris, by engine thing
Would-
car, we mean space travel one.
We were fantastic engines, and how to build them is a fantasy novel
We're
Yeah.
written by
Oh.
D.F. Bowler.
right. Does
You
it?
can find the manuscript in the library in Sutton Shore.
I don't think it's programmed to tell us how to engineer. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No way.
No.
Chad, how
Hey.
many boxes can you create?
One.
How many
I
times?
can create one box. My speedy courier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time per long rest.
You can.
But
One of
at
you
the
can
same time, I
teleport,
can
right?
also dimension door.
That's only about 500 feet.
So I could do that about, well, let's see, 1,000 miles divided by 500 feet. Iris, what's 1,000 miles divided by
The
500 feet?
abuse of Iris.
This is another episode where we're not getting it.
All right.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do
So
that.
there are Okay.
Sorry to our viewers at home.
There,
If
there
you've
are.
made it this far, then you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, if
at the
you're-
end of this episode, when we haven't done anything, we can ask for a vote of what would the viewers like us to do next.
Yes, that's a really good idea.
Anything. The answer will just be
Yeah,
anything.
please,
Anything.
Do something.
Anything.
What do they vote to be the most important thing for us to do next out of the 20 million things that we haven't finished?
It would take you 109,401.56 days to reach your destination.
How many thousand?
That's how many instances of Dimension Door you'd have to use to get
Oh,
back
right, okay. I thought that's
over
how long it would take. us
1,036
to
miles.
Okay. Nope.
I wish
Never
I'd
mind.
given you Iris.
Never mind.
Didn't use it for
Um,
11 sessions and then suddenly Right.
Iris, what's plan B?
Plan B is a 5-piece barred band from Sutton Shore. They have such hits as Tim Googling Plan B. Such as now he's got to work out cool, funny
Love that song.
things of that one.
Now he's got to work
Plan
out.
B.
Funny.
Oh, discography. There we go.
I've
Cut
got an
listen.
idea.
Okay. God, none of them really work because
Don't worry.
Each
Don't
reference.
worry. Cleo, what are you going to say?
the demon's dandruff and elfhood and round out and ill castle and the tempest.
Please, someone stop him before he keeps going.
This is Annie. Or Mike. This is on you.
I don't know what you're on about.
Okay. Regardless of Iris giving us something to do or not, the goblins know where the deep cracks are, which means that they probably know where nearby creeks
Springs.
and springs are. So let's all agree. We all have to shake hands. We're going to take DJ Inky to a spring and not get distracted. And then from the top of the mountain, either Inky tells us what to do or chooses 1 out of 20, or we roll a dice.
They
out
do
of 1
use
out of
that
20.
to predict World Cup results.
Yeah. Squids and octopuses choose who's going to win. So
Yeah.
we just have DJ Inky, once we deliver him to a mountainous home, decide what we do with ourselves, because we cannot do it ourselves.
I trust the squid more than any of them.
Should we put DJ Inky in our fast car and drive him up the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Tim looks incredulous. Can we do
No,
that?
no, it's fine. With your fast car, are you going to augment it or keep it as is?
I figured we would all get in the fast car and I'd just put Chad's pad on a floating disc again. And so we would go fast and he would be behind us.
The reason I would ask is because it's kinetic based, so you can go 24 seconds at a time before you need to stop, get out, go back the amount of distance that you've traveled, take out the slingshot, move it back up to where the car was,
Well,
put it in
here's
there,
this-
push the car back, and then slingshot yourself out, and then stop, and then get out, and then walk backwards.
You're not wrong, but when we were building our car, we saw other engine parts
Yes,
that
you did.
would have been much more conducive to driving long periods of time.
Correct.
So what if we found a magical or a combustible or something a little bit more
You know, the magical combustible engine.
those ones?
Says
Yeah.
the mechanic.
The
I say that
magical
with-
combustible.
I say that with my mechanic jacket on.
The green.
So you were the one that went looking for the power source. So you know there's an internal combustion engine, which is like a fuel-based engine, like an oil or a coal-based engine, or an external combustion engine, which is like steam-powered, or magic power source.
Well, I'm of two minds, and everybody's gonna probably talk me out of it. But I feel like magic. I use magic. I understand magic, so I could use the engine to our benefit. But it also might end us up in the middle of the ocean if I use it wrong, which is very likely to happen.
What do you think we should do magic?
Combustion we don't really have anything to put in the tank. And then the steam powered, we could just stuff it with snow, but what if we run out of snow?
There's a lot of snow.
Here there is.
Have we got anything that creates
Mm.
water?
There is a spell called Create Water,
Yeah,
which I
I'm just
think
checking whether.
paladins have access
Yeah,
to,
I don't think
and I
I've got
think
it
druids might
prepared.
have.
I don't have it
I don't think I have it prepared, but I can see if I have it.
Yeah, I haven't got it prepared.
Somebody else should go talk to one of the goblins and find the deep crack. Somebody just start yelling, "I'm looking for deep crack."
I don't think any of us should be
I
yelling.
hear
Most
you're
of us have
looking
more
for.
insight.
I'm here. You're looking for a deep crack. Says a
I'm
goblin
looking for
walking
engines.
past that's got like just a bunch of empty mugs and stuff on it. That's our home, you know.
How do
Oh.
we get there?
It's off to the west, about a day and a half journey.
How do you get there yourself? Do you walk?
Yes, mostly we walk. We've got to pack up everything, put it onto a sled, and we use animals to pull ourselves, but it's about walking speed.
Is there a quicker way to get there?
If you've got something that goes faster than yaks, then yes. Yaks.
So
Or
like
even
2
mountain-
yaks.
Doubled yaks.
What's the yak?
Yeah.
Yak.
Wait, are you asking that seriously?
Yeah.
You don't know
Oh,
what a yak
really?
is?
Why
It's
is
like
that
a-
a new word to you?
Yak is
Alright.
like
Okay, Annie.
a,
No,
y-
that's
That's fine. That's fine.
that's okay. I just didn't know.
a yak is like
people-
a small jacket.
What?
It's not a small jacket. It's
Kenko
kind of like a
flies 80
kind of like a
feet.
buffalo-ish thing.
It's a mountain cow.
I
It's
don't
like
know
it's gorilla
wild shape.
yeti, gorilla yeti, cow yak.
Cowy yak.
Why would I know those?
It's
Well,
just
how-
like
'cause that's
something
like a-
that's ingrained in your brain.
That's
Pretty
like
cool.
in the
We don't know
in
yaks.
the alphabet book. Y is for yak
Or yeti.
or
Yeti.
yeti.
It's all right,
Kenko
Annie,
can
don't worry.
fly
Don't be
80
ashamed. Don't be
feet.
embarrassed.
No, don't be.
Or,
I'm
yo-
just-
or Y is for yoga.
or yak.
Y is for
Andy, come back. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to
Yes.
shame you. I didn't mean to yak shame you.
Y is for yostage.
Or yak it. Right, Tim?
Yeah, like a small jacket.
Okay.
Again, Kenko can fly 80 feet. So, like, maybe we could just use me and Potter again. And
I
maybe,
can
like,
polymorph as well.
You can polymorph, particle,
maybe we could,
wild
like,
shape.
carry DJ Inky in some sort of hot air balloon jacuzzi.
As long
again.
as long as Chad is casting fly and moving at great speed, the disc will keep up with him.
Do we not want to keep our sweaty Yeti?
Could
or
it
do
go
we
in the
wanna-
bag of holding?
I could
Again,
trick it.
it goes back to: do you want to augment your sweaty Yeti with a new engine?
I think we
think-
should.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we
we
should.
should. And an
As the
engine that will work away from snow as well.
Yeah.
as the
A magical.
engineer, and your idea as well, Chad, can I'm assuming someone's going to
Yeah.
help you.
Can I
Just
just
about
double check? Have we made a decision on doing something this episode?
Yeah.
We're gonna find a place
Yeah.
for DJ Inky to live.
Yeah.
So
It only took us a whole
think
episode, but we got
Chad, can you roll a intelligence check with advantage, please? So
Yeah.
D20 plus your intelligence modifier with advantage.
That would be
Roll
Well-
again.
okay.
Press up. Hit enter. There you
Yay.
go. Plus your intelligence modifier.
+1.
16.
Yeah.
16 is because you want to go after the magical core, weren't you?
I was, but that was just based off of my own self-serving
Words.
shenanigans.
Magic is 16 is exactly what you needed to find and build the magical core inside it. So you've torn off the whatever you used to push yourself with a rubber band, the back of your ship.
The
I
rubber
guess.
band.
You've just thrown the rubber band away and installed this cradle that's got what looks like a spherical black and UV rotating brain sphere that a bunch of crackling magical energy is going off. You
Cool.
plug it into your ship, and it's ready to go.
Let's go to the crack.
You'll pile
Inspiring.
onto or into your various machines or mounts, and you skim up. Well, I assume also you go to sleep before you do this, rather than you're all pissed as fuck and just scramble into your car and try and drive home.
Hang on, have we built it whilst we're pissed?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is gonna work out.
Okay.
How's
And we got the
everybody?
flamethrower on it still.
Everything
Unless
but
you
the
take it off.
engine changed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we've tightened up the wings.
Yeah, it's still metal, still got wings, but now it's a magically powered winged vessel.
Before we leave, can we just tell what was the name?
Goosnog?
No,
Oh, the
Deke.
Oh,
dial up.
Something to tell us something that is positive, and it kind of implies loosely that we might help.
So for an hour, you've just been talking about, like she's been looking up at you all as you're talking about your various. Oh, I guess we could like augment our ship, and we should go back to.
she found the right people for the job.
Yeah,
The second band of adventurers to let her down.
taken out like a hypodermic needle and just injected herself with more disease and died in a snowdrift.
We walk her over to Tusnog and his wife, and we ask them to hug her. And as she's being hugged and feeling warmth and love, we apologise that we cannot help her on this occasion.
Mike, before you carry on, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Oh no!
She gone.
Mhm.
13.
15. Okay, good. That's good
13.
enough to, as you look around for Tusanak and Friedenberg, they're no longer in the party, and you find a skin-covered hut that's a rockin'.
What
Don't
kind
come
of
a knocking.
skin?
Don't come and
Oh,
knocking.
it's like a furs and stuff like that. That nature. Kind of like a just like a wooden conical structure that's draped in animal hides with a flap on the front.
We've pressed that party before. I don't think we
Yeah.
should.
But it is slowly like jumping to one side.
They're just playing tennis.
Yeah.
No. No sound effects needed.
Okay. So the
Do you
only
want
people
to
we
go
met-
and tell them? Mike?
Everyone else we know is dead.
Let's just leave. To be honest, we owe this woman nothing.
We saved her life.
We've done our job as far as I'm concerned. Goodbye.
I still want to apologise, and I give her this drink and say, just drink it.
You give that to D. Is that true?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, you give her a drink and she'll pour it into her beak. And she says, are you going to help us?
We would love to be able to help you, and this isn't a no. This is just a not right now. I'm really sorry. We just helped too many people, and right now we need to, pick some things off our list.
My people are dying. I left a 10-day ago, and half our village is infected.
Dial up.
And by now, I don't know how many people will be left. Please, I have a son. His name is Skeep.
We can't leave.
Little tiny whoop skip.
I had to leave him alone to try and find help, but please.
I feel like crying.
Skeep can't make it on his own. He may already be too late.
What's the point in us coming to help you then?
Wow.
I didn't say. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that.
You did say that
I'm not
in
gonna
your
say
voice.
That's not part of. That's me. Sorry.
I mean, part is pretty dark as well.
We have so many things to do.
What's the
Let's
name?
just take
And,
Inky to the thing, and then maybe
her
we
eyes
will go
start
back and help.
welling up with tears.
Okay.
I know we've made a decision. I'm just going to put this on there that Tim specifically had this character come to find us in the crowd.
Yeah, but then
He's
Tim's
done that so many times. He has done that 20 plus times, and that's how we're
Because
in
he
this
knows-
situation.
Yep.
Yeah. True.
Let's just.
But
leave.
you're
But
not.
what if?
Let's just leave.
Potter, do you remember the?
I remember
Wait.
nothing.
No, do you remember the White Walker that came out and looked like it was going to destroy the entire Earth, and we sort of just.
Mhm. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
What, the
Yeah.
bone-faced Panther Man?
Yeah.
All
that
right.
one.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
killed
You're not wrong, but it doesn't really play to our character to suddenly pay attention. No, it actually plays
Is
very
this
well.
Chad? Is this Chad with a glass of wine in his hand telling me this?
Yeah, I've been drinking all
Oh
night.
yeah, you've all been drinking heavily.
I can.
Yeah,
I
all
can-
of us.
Very good point there, Chad. I
Yeah.
think you're onto something there. I think maybe we should carry on.
We love shiny things.
Yeah.
We like shiny things. We don't like birds.
Oh, that was one of their names,
Shiny thing.
Shining Gold. Shining
now we-
Gold, the Tabaxi Rogue.
Now we
Don't
have to go.
distract us. Don't distract us.
I need to know more about them.
How close is this cavern,
He-
this cave, to the?
Oh, the cave is about a day and a half, but it would probably only take away about 8 hours of your journey if you were to go to the cavern and then go north up the Chateau.
Iris, remember that name.
Boop, boop. Shining Gold has been entered into your people I know ledger.
Could you also add Deek and what's already forgot?
Boop, boop.
Whoops.
Deek has been
Whoops,
entered into your known people ledger.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Skeep has been entered into your known people ledger.
Brilliant. All right.
Just a quick one. Again, sorry we cannot help you in.
Beep, beep. I don't know what is I cannot help.
I'm talking
Skeep.
to dial-up.
Iris, shut up.
Talking to dial-up.
That's the sort of thing Iris would do.
Beep, beep. I don't know what shut up is.
That
Iris.
sounds like the name of an aarakocra every time Iris speaks. Like a new bird name.
I'm talking to. I look at dial-up, and I'm talking to her, not Iris.
Beep, beep. I don't know what I am looking
Oh my,
at.
I'm put Iris in my bag and bury it
Okay.
in the side.
Okay, we can't help you. I'm sorry, we have to go. Don't talk to me anymore, please, because it's gonna break my heart. Pooch pals. Pooch pals can help you.
Yes.
Look for them.
Who are the Pooch Pals?
They're dogs. They're good boys.
Where are they?
In the woods somewhere. Don't worry about it. Go look for them.
Don't worry.
They're
How about
about
the
200 days
Hmm.
east. As I'm pointing west.
That's the sea.
Well, I don't know where we are.
You know what? We've changed our minds. We're going to take DJ Inky to Deep Crack, and then we're going to go and save your village. Don't you worry. See you later.
Would it not make
Thank
sense for
you.
me to come with you?
Nope. We're
Nope.
better.
You're
on our
infected.
own.
Don't like you. Bye.
I
Not
thought you
infected.
cured me.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, is she cured?
Is this what
You're good.
is this what all of our 50 other episodes have been like?
Yeah.
Kind
Oh.
of, in my mind.
Oh,
Let's just
Let's-
play.
Yeah, let's go have a sleep.
I really
then go-
I already sped through, like, you get given your 1,000 gold pieces and your trophy, and then you have a few drinks, and then someone comes up to you with a quest, and it's been 2 hours. How have you done it? It's like the quickest thing.
Like, what is this?
We
I was
had
like,
Iris make the decision.
No.
for us.
Yeah.
And we just went, no, I don't like that.
It's just too compelling.
We sleep, and then we get up.
I don't know.
Right,
Let's.
what do you want for breakfast?
Hey,
We'll
what have you
find
done?
out next episode. I'll roll over.
I'd like some lemon tart, please.
so bad at D&D.
We are
I
so
wanna go
good at
home.
this game.
Oh my God.
Somebody sponsor us.
Please.
Maybe like Asana or Siri could like sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's like a good task manager?
Let's just stop
So what are we
playing.
doing? Where are we going?
Yeah.
We're
Who the fuck
sleeping.
knows,
We've
man?
already slept. We were up. It's morning. How are we
So
gonna get
Was that all a dream?
Pip's gonna navigate us to a spring. Run
All right.
away.
Lovely. Pep,
Sure.
it's all on you.
You've installed the new magical power source. You've hooked everything up. I'm just going to hand wave a bunch of the getting DJ Inky out of the geyser into a Chad's pad, and then you actually being able to cast Chad's pad enough times.
And we're
to-
off.
And you're off on tensor floating disc, being dragged
Can,
behind the sweaty yeti.
can I just clarify that it took us 2 hours to decide that we're not doing anything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
To deposit
Yeah.
the giant squid that you're not ever going to use again.
Next episode, we make a decision.
Don't promise them anything.
Or do we?
Yeah,
Or
Or
do we?
Don't make promises that you cannot keep.
honestly, can we not just ask everyone to vote for what we should do next?
No. We already made up our minds. Nobody else gets to
Yeah.
vote.
No
We
more
made up our
decisions.
minds.
I thought we had
Squid-
just changed it.
No.
No.
We made up our minds. We're dropping DJ Anki off, and he's deciding for us.
That's
Yep.
not what we decided.
Our decision is that the giant squid is making our decision.
Why even speak our language?
We didn't like the decision that the iris made, so we're gonna make the octopus decide.
That Iris is Tim.
And you didn't even make the decision that the squid's going to decide. You're just going to release him in an underground mountain stream, never to
Yeah.
be seen again.
Go save the
Priorities.
birds.
And we're going to
Yeah.
ignore every NPC on the way, Tim.
So, you say that.
And then the little guy with the
A day and a half. A day and a half goes. Yeah, a day and a half goes by. The dwarfs split from you. The Goliaths split from you. You're now in solely a cadre of goblins, which fortunately do make up the majority of the 128th Goblin Glacier Games. So you're looking at like just shy of about 100 goblins in a myriad of carriages and like skis and all manner of things that can traverse the ice and snow. When you approach the mountainside, there is a big ornately carved crevasse in the side of the mountain that does not look like it was possibly made by goblins. However, stationed are like ceremonial goblin guards, and they are dressed in goblin finery, which for goblins, sorry, I just hiccuped to them. Apologies. Goblin finery, oh my, is by like anyone else's standards just your common garb, but for goblins, it's they are on their best, most formal ceremonial attire, projecting themselves as best as possible. They've got the highest quality of spears, which is a gnarled stick with a metal point on the top, and there is a big draped, ratted 2 cloaks or curtains that are covering the entrance, which as you get closer, the goblins kind of stop picking their noses and wipe themselves off on their cloaks and run over towards the curtains to pull them back. And there is one goblin that is still awake that has like a tuba that realizes that you're approaching, goes and
I could summarize our whole campaign.
one like small goblin, he may like be like the runt of the litter or just young, has a torch, starts running next to you with a torch to announce your arrival. You go past these big statues of what you think proportionally are dwarfs, but their heads have been knocked off and then just replaced with very, very crude clay representations of like goblinoid heads on top of it, with like jutting out jaws and big pointed ears, but they just look very remedial. And when you get through this entrance area, you're opened up to a grand corridor. Not even a chamber or ceremony visit, just a corridor with a door at the end. Sitting on a big pile of wooden boxes and so forth is a goblin that is dressed in slightly more than expensive common garb. But the most notable thing behind him is this array of 7, I think it's 7. Sorry, let me just double check. I wrote this a little bit while ago, but I believe it's 7. Here we go. Yeah, 7. 7 weapons on this frame that are pointing towards an axe that's inset in the middle of this like cartwheel of what looks like maybe like a barrel bindings. And it is covered in ice. The blade itself is covered in ice, but it's also on fire. But not only that, the handle itself is crackling with lightning. But it's projecting some kind of orb of utter darkness. So it's this brightly coloured axe that's covered in flames and ice on this negative energy plane that is also covered with smoky black tendrils and flicking in and out of existence. And you think there's something strange with the blade, and as you get a little bit closer to it, you notice that underneath the ice as well, there's some kind of lidless eye, like twitching underneath the ice on one of the sides of the great axe blade.
Tim, I feel like you're really trying your hardest to just distract us again. Okay, so you walk into a room, there's an axe, it's made of ice, it's also
getting more
on
mental.
fire.
This is where this axe was.
I want that axe.
You can't have the goat gun and the magic axe.
We'll see.
No,
Magic
I'm
axe.
making that decision for you.
First things first, we should ask the name.
Let's axe him.
The axe or the people?
Oh.
That's our theme music.
Screw the
All presenting to the great goblin king Gathmax. These people. And the small goblin runs out of the room.
Can we kick him into
Alright,
gas?
Gav. That's how I address him.
We go.
What, Gav?
Oh no. Yeah. Sorry.
That's it.
We are the friendly boys.
We are the friendly boys.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, oi, oi, oi. Yeah. That's
He's eating like the leg of something as you come in, and he spends about another 10 seconds or so finishing off the bone and then chucking it into a bucket nearby, where an equally as small goblin runs up, grabs the copper-plated bin, and then runs off into a kitchen area next to where he's situated. What is your business here? This is Guthnex.
we're not entirely sure, if we're honest.
We're just looking for a place to deposit our squid. We heard that there was a deep crack. We have no business. We don't care about your flaming icy axe. We'll be on our way.
Keep your axe.
I'm sorry, my bread is not buttered that way.
Got any
Well,
bread?
would you like me to butter your bread?
Don't ask the goblin that in front of your husband.
That's an insult in Goblin.
Mike just left.
It's because you said, would you like me to butter your bread?
Mike's lost it.
For a Halloween where I couldn't stop crying.
Now you know how I feel.
We don't know what we're doing.
I'm not having
trying
it
to
with this
deposit
guy.
J&K.
Yeah.
Just can you please tell us where there's a spring? Where you can keep all
And
of this
so-
stuff.
As you approach Carthanex, all of your hairs on your arms and your neck and so forth start standing up. Those of you that have hairs and there's just this faint hum of this axe
sake.
behind him that is just phasing in and out of existence.
My
Which time it
God.
phases in, that this eye just starts looking around, and then it's just gone again, and then comes back, and then starts looking around again.
Don't look at it.
I
Focus.
see you're coveting my axe.
No,
No,
just what this ring is.
Nobody fucking cares.
I really like your axe.
no,
Oh, you like my axe? do
No,
you?
he doesn't.
Butter.
It's so
He doesn't speak for
shiny.
us.
It's so shiny.
This is
No.
called the oldest axe.
Wait, I don't care. No, we
It's
don't
the
care.
oldest
Not
axe.
interested. Where is the oldest spring?
No, the Aldis.
Aldi.
Aldis.
Oh, I've heard they sell everything
Where
in
is
there.
the nearest Aldi?
Where's the nearest Aldi? Oh, you want to get me an axe?
This
There's
is
one
going
right-
off the fucking rails.
I want to go. Okay.
Where's
If he
this?
doesn't, if he doesn't answer us, if he mentions the axe one more time, we just turn around, we walk straight back out, we find someone else who might know.
Or we
our
just
friend.
kill him. Or we just kill him, take the axe, and go find the
No,
spring.
no. If you kill him, you go for the bait.
We don't fight.
I
the
want to kill him.
goblin.
I want to kill him too, but we do not start a fight in the Goblin House with the Goblin Army.
You're saying this out loud.
Did you not watch? Did you not watch them trying to like?
He just takes the axe off of the where it's
God
lays it onto his lap and just
damn it!
lays backwards. Ah, it's so available to you.
No.
It's just
You'd like some help with
here
that?
on my lap, undefended. None of my guards are around. I send them all away. Go away.
Would you like
Carter.
some
Stay away from his lap. Stay away from his lap.
Oh, it's just no one but me and you in here. You could just take it so easily from my lap.
I cover Carter's eyes so he
The
can't-
legendary Aldous axe.
I really like old
Would
axes.
you like me to tell you the history of the Aldous axe?
Yes, please.
No.
Tell me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
There was an
Yeah.
elven wizard
No,
by
I
the, by the name of Flandrel Evermoon, who was obsessed with enchanting magical items. She was
I've got-
obsessed about how many items she could
What spells
imbue
do I
with
have to stop
enchantments. And so she gathered up all of the legendary weapons across the Mistfield and
This is
arranged
terrible.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Right,
did you do?
I need you to.
On Potter,
I could.
Oh,
I
I'm
couldn't hear
Parter,
you. What
okay.
did you do?
I cast friends.
So, Parta, I need you to
I want
do
to drag him
a.
out.
I think it's a charisma saving throw.
Well, I mean, I could have casted Gaius.
Honestly, Tim set it up. Like I'm about ready to shoot this Goblin King in the
yeah,
head with my
I was
jump
just
gun.
looking at my spells.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
with advantage. Okay, so, Parta, can you roll an insight check for me, please? And Mike, can you roll a persuasion check with advantage for me, please?
22.
22. Mike,
Attaboy.
roll
There you go.
No.
twice and
So
take the
that's
highest.
22, and then with advantage.
hmm So it's an even Stevens, 22 versus 22. So with a contest that results in an even score, the situation does not change. So you do not friends Parter.
God damn it.
Shit.
Right.
She gathered up 7 of the most powerful artifacts in all of the Misfits.
Tim, would you class the axe as a lightweight material?
There would be no way of telling without wielding the axe. I mean, this size axe traditionally wouldn't be, but you know that like magical weapons have crazy enchantments. You may have to listen to the things that she has to say to find out.
Me?
Do we want to start a fight? Because I'm ready.
Well,
I'm
hold on.
about
hold-
to get my
No,
wings
I'm
out.
Hold on.
going to be crafty.
We are in the Goblin's fucking den. We're looking at one Goblin King right now, but we're probably surrounded by 100. As much
Yeah.
as I want to shoot him in the head with my crossbow, let's just pick up Potter, put him in the tub with DJ Anki, and fly out and forget this ever happened. And I'm
No,
very
no.
sorry that you watched this episode.
No. No. because I really want to try out my new
Mm.
spell. Oh no, I can't. Bollocks! No, I can't. Shit.
That's good. Let's go. We're
Yeah.
out.
Get out.
Peace.
All right, you
Later,
can grab
later,
me.
Max.
You can grab me. Take me out.
Have
As
fun
you-
with your axe.
As you pop Barter into the hot tub with DJ Inky, if any of you look back, the goblin's just like pushing the axe off of their thighs and down onto the. Oops! Oh no! I've dropped it to my. Oh, Butterfingers.
How many
Generous.
people are in this room with us? Is it literally just
No
us?
one. It's just that you and the king.
Can I tell DJ Inky to eat him?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Grab him.
Go on, DJ Inky, eat him.
So you cast Speak to Animals.
Yeah.
The familiar tentacle wraps around your waist. You say, "Eat him." Can everybody roll initiative for me?
God damn it.
Oh,
And we'll find out what happens next week on. No.
Beating us for it. It's baiting us.
What did we just
So
say?
close.
We just said. Don't initiate.
We almost got out of the cave without starting a fight with the Goblin King and the axe.
But that's not us.
So I'd like to thank my
I did use
player.
this time
Sorry.
to draw this picture of DJ.
Oh, DJ Inky.
Ah.
So one thing was
Are
done.
those stink lines?
No, the seaweed.
Oh, okay.
He's not
DJ
dry.
Stinky.
He's clean.
Stinky seaweed.
DJ Stinky.
Stinky.
Stinky
Yeah.
hinky.
DJ Stinky, yeah, that works. Right, so I'd like to thank my players, Ellie, Josh. Oh, where's everyone sitting? Sorry. Ellie, Josh, Annie, Khalil, and Alice. Is that to plug your social media accounts? That was an amazing time to do so. Yeah, I was like, who have I
Who's
forgotten?
the one?
I have to visualize myself back in the studio.
My social media is the oop boop dee boop.
Very aarakocra of you.
Mine is at MCM Josh.
Mine is sometimes we have a plan, but when we do, that's when Tim suggests everything else and ruins my life.
And you can no longer tweet after that because that's all 244 characters.
That's a whole bunch of characters.
That sounds like that's what we would
Yeah.
tweet.
It's a Chad world.
More people
And-
than most episodes.
I no longer want to be associated with the show. So
I know I'm at MCM_Tim, and I'm the ball that still tries to keep people on rails and then get berated for doing so.
That's
So,
not true.
That's not true. That's not true.
Or is it?
completely up to you. I offered you a very speedy drinking session and then something that will take you into the mountains. 2 hours later.
We're not in the mountains. We're in crack.
We're in a deep crack.
So,
We're in a deep.
I'm at
If
MCM
you're
Tim.
watching at this point, please actually leave in the comments what we should do next.
yeah, please help.
True. Yeah,
We've decided. It's over. It's
please
fine.
help. So thank you for watching Roll Over and Die. Just remember, if you don't know what to do, stay home and stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening.
We're
to this rubbish.
we're really bad at this game.
Sorry.
Thanks for any support. We will
Sometimes really
continue to
Yeah.
do what we can.
So
With
really-
Barry.